My name is John Ross with Finance on a Budget. In this video, I want to save you from making the mistake of paying with cash. Sometimes it's better to have a paper trail of buying specific items. Other times you might want the added price protections of insurances that credit cards can offer you. Cash may be king, but there are plenty of reasons why credit can be a better way to make some of your purchases. In general, budget experts recommend that paying with cash to avoid buying things that you don't need. But even if you're the type of person who can't control their credit card spending, there are still times when using credit is best. For example, if you're thinking about getting an extended warranty, this may be a complete waste of money. How often will you damage your phone in the next 2 years? Unless you plan on dropping it into the toilet, they're built like tanks. Instead, look for your credit card to protect you. Many credit cards offer extended warranties for electronics as a member perk. Using an eligible card like a Chase Sapphire, Citi Premier, or American Express card, Citi would extend the warranty by 2 years, and the others offer an extra year of protection. Just be sure to read the fine print before purchasing. Please be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. This may seem obvious, but I know someone who actually bought a purebred puppy online for $700. They were talked into using Western Union, which is of course like paying like cash. Of course, this was fraud, and there never was a dog. If they insisted on a credit card transaction, at the very least PayPal, they would have had some possibility to recover the funds. Similarly, if you are on Facebook long enough, about 5 minutes, you will start receiving ads for products that you have never heard of. Sometimes they seem like they can solve your every problem. Right now, I'm thinking about one I saw today, which basically covers your windshield before a snowstorm. It was so stupid simple, I don't know why we didn't have this thing 50 years ago. It was a tarp that covered the windshield, and it had elastics that wrapped around the mirrors to avoid blowing off. All you need to do is just pull it off, and the windshield itself is perfectly dry. So, you want to take a chance on buying it. At the very least, pay with a credit card as opposed to a debit card. So if it turns out to be junk and they just take the money and run, you can call your credit card issuer and dispute the charge. And if you paid with cash, you probably won't get your money back. With a credit card, the company can simply reimburse you and deal with the merchant directly, i.e., doing a credit chargeback. You may think this example is dumb, but just today I heard about a Chinese car manufacturer that literally pushed a car down the hill for an ad because they couldn't get it to drive forward on its own. Crazy stuff that companies will do to make a buck. Carrying minimal cash with you when you're traveling because it is so easy to have your wallet fall out of your pocket or your purse stolen. This past summer, we were heading home and stopped for some food. I paid for the meal with the credit card, then when we got back into the car and kept driving. I quickly pulled over only once more to check the bikes on the bike rack. I was only out of the car for like 10 seconds and I never saw my wallet again. The license, debit card, and credit cards were easy to stop and replace, but I will never see that $300 again. Plus, travel-based credit cards often give you perks like hotel discounts, higher point rewards, and lost luggage insurance. If you have a higher tier card, you may be able to use it to upgrade your vacation. First class, anyone? Never pay for event tickets with cash. This ensures that you can dispute the charge if the event is canceled or if it turns out that you're scammed. I knew someone who bought tickets online with a debit card only to find out they were fake tickets. They were told that the tickets were waiting for them at the venue's ticket booth. Of course, there were no tickets waiting. Then they didn't find out until they actually got there, so they had little choice but to buy the tickets again from the venue. And of course, they're not cheap tickets. You may think a contractor, plumber, or electrician did a good job, but only time will tell. When paying for auto repairs, home improvements, or other services, it's quickly possible that problems will arise over the next few days, weeks, or even months. Paying by credit card offers another layer of protection as you can claim chargebacks over the contractor's head and get him to make the necessary repairs. With a chargeback, you could basically get the money back in full if you can prove that the services were not rendered properly. Having no credit is just as problematic as a bad credit. If you are using your debit cards, then there are no benefit to your credit score. However, if you make regular purchases with credit cards, it will show the banks that you know how to manage your own money as well as their money. A higher credit score will reduce the amount that you have to pay for things overall. This is best managed if you pay it all off every single week. This way, it's more like a debit card where it's money in and money out. The real benefit comes from the lower automobile loans, personal loans, and a mortgage. Avoid paying with cash or direct payments from your checking account or your regular monthly bills like cell phone, television, or electricity. Use credit cards. By paying these with credit cards instead of cash, you can take advantage of the benefits such as earning extra cash back on purchases, as a bonus for the expense that you were going to pay anyway. Once I started buying everything with 2 credit cards, one personal and one business, I haven't had a single bounce fee or even a missed payment. It was so much easier to manage money as a freelancer when I let the credit card keep track of all of our spending. Then all I needed to do was keep paying the credit card down every week or two. A big part of money management is keeping track of your spending patterns. Using apps like Mint.com can categorize your spending and help you create a budget. With cash, your receipt is the only record of your purchase. If you lose the receipt, you can't replace it or dispute it. Additionally, you should definitely never pay with cash when you're buying for your business. You need to have that paper trail to identify everything that you bought this year as a business expense so that it can be deducted from your tax return. If the IRS audits you, it's easier to pull up a record of it when you have to pay with a credit card. Buy everything with the credit card for the reward points. Like I said, if you're able to pay down the credit limit back to 0 every single week, or 2, then you can keep on spending while racking up some serious side money. Personally, we make an extra $100 to $150 every single month by putting everything onto credit cards and simply paying the credit cards back every few weeks. This is absolutely huge because we literally save $1,200 to $1,800 per year. And I don't even go crazy with using the higher paying cashback cards. I mean, if you spend a lot on Amazon, then you can get an Amazon card with a 5% cash back. That's where you can really start racking up the extra money. Just note that Amazon card is from Chase, and those come with extra rules about approvals, specifically the 524 rule, which is acquiring any 5 credit cards in the last 24 months. Even Discover offers 5% returns on rotating categories, so you could save even more on groceries, gas, or more. My wife likes to pay cash for everything because she feels that way it avoids overspending. But I say that's what the budget is for because it most certainly times when pulling out the plastic is a good thing. From better protections to building your credit for the long term, the better your credit, the better your cards, the better your perks. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. Thanks for watching.